Welcome to the Endurance Channel. I'm Kelly, this is
Ant.
And in today's video we're going to talk about hand signals. So riding in a group can be really good fun, it's social, you can use up less energy, you take up less road space, but if you're behind that lead rider it can be a bit dangerous, can't it?
It can be, so yeah, we want to make sure that we're using the right hand signals at the right time to let other people around you know exactly what your intentions are, and also, you know, to help with your own safety really, so other road users know what your movements are going to be.
Yeah, so in this video we're going to show you the key hand signals to use when you're out riding in a group with friends.
So we're going to start with indicating. So a simple point in the direction that you're going to be aiming in is really important to let the guys know behind you know exactly what your movements are going to be, and also any cars or pedestrians etc. in front of you. So a simple arm out to the side on whichever side you're going to be aiming for, and make sure your arm is high enough so the people that are behind you in a group can actually see what you're actually doing.
So stopping, unless you've got really squeaky brakes, you need to let everybody know behind you you're going to stop. So a good, easy hand signal, I'm stopping, or sometimes someone might do it out the back, like I'm stopping, is a nice signal to use. If you're going to stop in an emergency and slam the brakes on, you're not going to want to take your hand off the handlebar. So stop is helpful.
So picking out hazards on the road is really important. So the common one is potholes. We hate potholes. You don't want to ride over them. You're probably going to get a puncture if you do hit one. And not only do you want to miss them, you want everyone else in your group to miss it as well. Because if you just swerve around it and the person behind you goes straight through it, you're probably going to be stood out, potentially in the cold, for a long while waiting for them to fix it. So a simple finger down to the ground,
this side,
maybe give it a little circle so you know exactly where that pothole is going to be. And if you want to make doubly sure that everyone knows that there's a pothole there, just shout hole.
The next hazards to think about is if there's any hazards on your left or if there's any hazards on the right, you're going to want to tell the riders behind that can't see what's coming up. Simple classic thing would be a parked car. So you want to tell everyone behind you you're going to move out to the parked car, and here's your sign.
Another hazard on the road would be gravel, so making sure that everyone behind you know exactly what's coming up and what it is that's coming up. As simple as putting your hand down towards the floor and just waving your hand over the area.
So if you're riding on the front of the pack and you've got everyone behind you, you might be getting a bit tired because you've just towed them along. So another sign that you might want to use is come through. So if you're on your handlebars, quick flick of the elbow means to the person to behind you to come through, and it's their go on the front. Don't use that one very often.
Other hazards we get on the road could be cattle grids or railway tracks, or even speed bumps. So these are all things that can obviously throw off your line when you're out riding. We just want to make sure that everyone knows exactly what's coming up. So for your cattle grid or your railway line or even your speed bump, it's just a case of pointing down to the floor and moving your hand from side to side, and that just notifies everyone and lets them know exactly what's coming.
One of the biggest things to remember when cycling out with a group is simple road manners. A nice thank you and a hello to a passing vehicle that might have let you go, or another group of cyclists. So it's very simple when you're on your bars. A thanks and a hello goes a long way.
Also useful in a triathlon. Give the little marshals a little wave and a thank you and a hello.
Oh, they're lovely forever.
They will. So when you're approaching a junction, again, it's really good to let the guys behind you know that it's safe to proceed. So a simple look to your right or left, depending on which way the cars are coming, shout the word clear, and everyone knows that then it's safe to proceed. But if you are a rider that's maybe second or third in the group and you do hear the word clear, that's not a sign for you to not look first. So always make sure you are aware of your surroundings, but that shout of clear will just let you know that it is safe to leave that junction.
When you're out riding with a group, you might approach somebody else who's cycling and your group might want to overtake. So it's always polite and nice to let that person know that you're going to overtake them. So you simply shout, I'm up on your left or I'm up on the right, depending which way you're going round.
It's a really good one to use in an event as well. So if you're, on your triathlon bike or your time trial bike, that person has no idea that you're about to overtake them. Just simply in the UK, tell them up on the right, and they know that you're about to overtake them. So when you're out riding in a group, obviously you're taking up quite a bit of space, and we need to be very aware of what the cars...
Bloody cyclists think they own the road.
When you're out riding in a group, we want to make sure that we are aware of what the cars around us are doing, just to make sure that we're being nice and safe. So if there's a car approaching from behind, it's the responsibility of the person at the back of the group to be aware of any cars approaching from behind that might be trying to overtake.
Car
So
back.
a shout of car back will let the group know exactly what's happening and that there is a car about to overtake. If there's a car coming in front of you, we say
Car up.
or car front
Or car.
or car.
Tractor.
And then that just lets us know there's a car coming towards
Van.
the group that could be causing
Coach.
an issue.
Do you or your cycling club use any others? Make sure you comment below.
And if you've got any friends or other people that ride in cycling clubs or triathlon clubs that could benefit from these tips on cycle safety, make sure you share this video with them.
And don't forget, like and subscribe.